the internet for any length of time recently, you probably know about the TikTok ban. This basically occurred on January 19th, the day before the new president was inaugurated, and this was where TikTok and other companies made by the Chinese platform ByteDance were banned from the United States temporarily. And I personally have never ever used TikTok. My parents both say that it's way too inappropriate for people like me, so I do not go on there and I do not have it. But anyways, I use CapCut because CapCut is what I use to make my YouTube videos, like do the editing and stuff. And since CapCut was also made by ByteDance, it got banned as well. So that is how all of this impacted me. Basically, this situation was just extremely crazy in my opinion, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. First of all, if you were wondering like why did these get banned, it is because, once again, as I said earlier, ByteDance is a Chinese company. So the United States government, being how they are for whatever reason, was like, we don't want the Chinese apps to be influencing our people. Basically like putting different ideas and planting seeds into our minds and trying to brainwash us, I guess, into having Chinese ideas. I have no idea. But anyways, they were like, oh my god, if we have all these Chinese apps, the Chinese people are gonna spy on us and all that great stuff. So they were like, we're gonna ban all these apps that are made by China. So that is what they did. They banned all of those apps made by ByteDance, which include TikTok, CapCut, Lemonade, and all of that stuff. But this, I just feel like, was like extremely stupid because, in case you did not already know, if you pick up any sort of item that's in your house, flip it over, the label is going to say made in China, because like every single thing in the United States, for the most part, or like at least like 75% of things, maybe even more, they're all made in China, you know, like literally everything. And I'll tell you the reason why is because the Chinese people, I'm not being rude or offensive or anything, this is just literally how it is. They work for less money. So like, if you are a major company, you know, you want to make the highest profit you can, right? So in order to do that, you have to make stuff in China, because then if you pay your employees less money, then you could keep more money, obviously. So yeah, that's just how it works. The stuff is made in China because that is how the companies can make the most money. So obviously the companies are going to choose to make their stuff in China if it means that they'll get a higher profit. But yeah, all these apps are made in China and all these like things are made in China. So if you're going to go banning all these apps, like what else are you going to ban? Like squishmallows, toilet paper, paper towels, like everything is made in China. So like with that same mentality, you could literally ban anything. And also, what I'm not really sure that they understand is the paradox behind this. Basically, like, you know, in China, if you live there, you cannot watch anything from America or any of the outside countries, because China basically has like their own VPN, their own like internet server, where they moderate all the content that is coming in. So Chinese people only get to watch videos that were made and produced in China. So they cannot watch anything from outside of China unless it's been like specifically approved by the government. So what the United States is doing by making us not be able to watch Chinese videos and stuff from TikTok and Lemonade and all that great stuff is they're basically doing the same exact thing as China is doing, but like to a less extent. So unless they're like knowingly doing that, I wouldn't really think that they would want to be doing that, because that's just not something that they would want to do. But they're basically like doing the same exact thing as China is doing. So it literally makes like no sense to me, but whatever, it's fine. I know people are like, they're either like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that TikTok is back, I really missed it, or they're like, oh my god, y'all guys are overreacting, stop being so dramatic. But I personally, like, I was so excited when CapCut came back, because I missed it for a long time, even though it was only gone for like 3 days or something like that. TikTok was gone for like not even that long. It was only gone for like 12 hours maybe, but CapCut was gone for like 3 days. And I know that's like not very much, but I am someone who likes to upload videos like consistently. So I like to upload videos almost every single day. So I usually edit my videos every single day as well. So I just really felt like I couldn't edit anything because I didn't have my editing software, obviously. And I mean, I could have learned a different one, but I knew it was going to come back soon. But I was just really upset and frustrated. And for people who are like, oh my gosh, well, y'all are just like obsessed, stop being like that. It's not so much as like a consumer thing. Like if I was watching TikTok videos and I was like, oh my gosh, I need my TikTok, I can't live without it, that would be a different thing. But as a content creator, from that perspective, I feel like it's a lot different, you know, because content creators, like, we get so much joy from producing content for other people to watch, you know? So I feel like if you limit CapCut and other video editing softwares, especially for people in my audience who are mainly like artists and other creators, you're limiting their ability to share their ideas, thoughts, opinions, and all of that great stuff with the world. So yeah, I feel like having videos is a really essential way to get your thoughts out there. And you know, lots of people use CapCut because it's free, it doesn't cost anything, it's very quick and efficient and easy to learn. But getting rid of that resource is really just like eliminating a lot of people from being able to produce videos. Like when CapCut went down earlier, so many people in my community were making little posts and stuff about it, and like I would say about 75% of people were affected by this. Like some people were posting and they were like, I've never used CapCut, so I am completely good to go. But most people were posting like, oh my gosh, I need CapCut back right now. So yeah, that was definitely me as well, because I depended on it, you know? But yeah, I feel like it's really good that it's back now. I was really upset that it was gone, and I feel like it just kind of is absurd because I feel like it's a demonstration of like the government's power over us, sort of. I know that sounds like extremely cringe and like conspiracy, but I feel like it's just so intense how like the government could literally delete something with like 100 million users monthly. Like that is so many people, and they could literally just like disconnect it with like a snap of their fingers, you know? Like I know it's kind of weird to say, but that's just like a scary thought to me. Like you could literally delete something so huge in like an instant, you know? It's like, it's crazy, you know? It's absolutely insane. And then like you think of people like me and people in my community who are artists and stuff, like artists in the modern day and age, like a huge part of their like livelihood and ability to sustain themselves is in social media and stuff. And like people who write books and stuff, like so much of their success in life is based on like social media marketing and stuff, you know? Because I mean, obviously if you have your work, then the only way people will be able to buy it is if they know about it, you know? And there's no better way to spread the word than through social media. But if the government can literally just disconnect all social media within like an instant, that's like extremely scary to think about. Because like I know this was only a temporary ban, you know, and it didn't really last a long time, but like if it did last a super long time, like maybe even just a year, you know, like so many people who depend on the internet for their jobs, they would go out of business, you know? Like my mom, she works at the hospital, so she's pretty fine, but my dad, he used to work at this fraud agency. Now he works as a photographer, but most of the time he gets his photography deals online. So like if the internet just failed suddenly, my dad literally would not have a job because he would not be able to interact with his clients and stuff. He would not be able to get any more photography deals. It would be tragic, you know? Like so many people would just instantly lose their jobs. It's crazy to think about. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on all this. I feel like it was so unnecessary and cringe, to be honest. Like I feel like it wasn't the worst thing ever. Obviously much worse things could have happened, and it was basically the bare surface of the chaos that could have ensued. But I just feel like it was so like unnecessary. Like, did we really need to have TikTok banned for like 12 hours? Did we really need to have CapCut bans for like 3 days? Like, what was the point of that? There was literally none, other than to scare us and ensue fear in us. So yeah, basically if you experienced this, if you were affected by this, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you were just like an onlooker, let me know like what your thoughts and opinions are, because I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry if it was sort of different from usual. I just thought like this was such a cringe and crazy thing, and I wanted to touch base on it and give my thoughts and opinions. So yeah, if we have like a YouTube rewinds thing like for 2025, the major events for January is gonna be 12-hour TikTok ban and 3-day CapCut ban. It's gonna be like, I just know that's gonna be like a thing that people remember from 2025, you know? Not because it was really like important, but just because like it was so cringe and crazy at the time, you know? It was one of those like freak accident things that like no one really cares about later, but like in the moment it's just like so stupid, you know? So yeah. Anyways, I hope y'all guys all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. If you want to subscribe, then please do so. Once again, it always helps me out so much on my artistic journey, and it helps to support and encourage me. So it would really mean a lot to me, and I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye. Eat more waffles, and peace out.